BMOnews.com, where we
How
cover
do
the
you
news
plan
before
on
the news.
maintaining the county's AAA
BMOnews.com.
bond rating during this economic downturn
At the candidates
while
farm in
providing
Prince George's
high-level
County.
constituent service?
Well, it's about prioritizing your services and making sure you implement across the board objective assessments on the expectations of the agency. I've had an opportunity to do that for the last 8 years as sheriff here in Prince George's County with quarterly objective assessments on where we expect to be and ensuring that we implement the processes to ensure that we get back on track if we're a little off track. That way you make sure you don't go too far down the wrong path. It's vital for us to maintain our AAA bond rating because while we're in a tough economic situation here in Prince George's County, and while the funding that we have on hand is very minimal, we have to be able to borrow against that as well as be able to attract partners to Prince George's County. Nonprofit, which we haven't capitalized on much, private sector industry, where we have some banks and others that are in a tough way right now, but they haven't left Prince George's County. They're eager to be a part of the growth here. Now other public sector partners. Now I've been very successful for 8 years dealing with our federal government and our state government and our local government as well, and bringing services back in Prince George's County, and I'll continue to do the same.
Gerron, Levi.
You know, we have a number of balances here. I mean, we have to, as county government, maintain our commitment and our promises to our employees. And we also have to take responsible fiscal measures in order to maintain the AAA bond rating. And that's why I have really tried to look at where in government, how we can take those steps responsibly to meet those two needs that we need to meet. And that's why I say I've laid out, and I've said it numerous times tonight, the 4 ways I would look at the budget. And I think as long as Wall Street sees that we are taking responsible fiscal steps, I think, you know, we can maintain that rating. Again, reviewing duplication, being more efficient in how we do government, looking at how we procure things, and then building, helping to build that nonprofit sector so that we can bring in and expand the pie of dollars coming into the county. So I think we have to have a solid budget plan that takes very critical fiscal steps, but you got to start with a good plan.
Well, first we need to make sure that we've got economic development that's viable here in the county. We can't afford to have development such as what we have at the Capitol Boulevard, which right now we have extreme problems with. We've got to make sure that the businesses that we bring into Prince George's County are successful businesses that know how to operate. We need to make sure that we hire or maintain the great financial team that we currently have here in Prince George's County. We need to make sure that the Office of Management and Budget, which has done an outstanding job, is maintained. All of those impact on our AAA bond rating. So it's important that not only do we have a good team, but that team is not only just county employees, but it's the team that's doing the economic development for us. The banks that are going to support those businesses that are here, the bond ratings that our businesses are able to obtain, which means we've got to bring in viable businesses, developers that know what they're doing and have a track record of success here in the county to maintain the AAA bond rating. Mr. Baker.
Rushern Baker, Mr. Rushern Baker.
The main reason for having a AAA bond rating or having a bond rating is to use that so you can grow the county. That's how you're going to maintain it. And you use it to grow our commercial base that's attracting businesses here and expanding those businesses, but also using it to improve our education system and our public safety. Because that's what the bond rating agencies are going to look at. Your long-term survivability. Can you withstand a down market? And in order to do that, you've got to have a robust commercial base. And right now, we're depending too much on residential property taxes So I would use it to help expand that, to grow it, and take advantage of the opportunities that the fact that we're going to have base realignment here, we're close to the nation's capital, which is the only place that can print money, so it'll always be in business. But to use that to continue to grow our commercial base and attract businesses here, and that will keep our bond rating up there. Thank you.
Mr. Samuel Dean.
Thank you. Let me
Samuel
make
Dean.
a clarifying remark. All 5 commissioners will not come off the planning board at the same time. They're on staggered terms for continuity. Just want to be clear on that. I'm basically the only person sitting here that really has been to Wall Street to meet with the bond houses on their certification of the county as to what type of rating they would get. I was with the county executive when we got the AAA bond rating. I was the chairman of the council at that point in time. There are certain things that they look for. One, they want to know whether you are willing to take risk. And one of the issues that they raised was that, are you willing to furlough or take other action if you have to do that? And that's one of the things that you have to be able to explain. The other thing that we deal with is that the state requires a 5%, that we have to maintain 5% of our budget. And also, because of trim, we have to have a 2% reserve. And so therefore, when people say, well, why don't you use the 2% because we don't want to be furloughed or what have you, then when you go to New York with the bond houses, they are going to downgrade your rating. So you need to be very careful how you